Y'all, I feel absolutely ridiculous right now. I had to step out here for a minute. So we have 4 female geese and 1 male. And since about mid-January, they have been laying eggs. You can see some of them back there. First, they started down by the water, then it was here and there in the grass, and then in February, they started nesting. And I said, okay, I will let them sit. It'll be fun. I'll let them sit on their eggs. Bob, our goose, did last year. We have a video all about what happened with her eggs. And that is how we ended up with a couple more geese. So I let them sit, and it has been a journey. So as you can see, we went from 1 goose sitting to 2 to 3 to all 4 sitting together, which was a bad thing. You would think 4, of course there'll be more chance of eggs hatching. They'll have more eggs. Surely, you know, higher chances of something hatching with 4 sitting than with just 1. But the problem was they started stealing each other's eggs. Every time one would get up to go and walk around the farm, take their break, get some water, food, come back to sit, their eggs would be traded out, moved around. So none of them consistently sat on the eggs. They just played Hungry Hippo for the last few months. It is now beginning of May, mid-May. So here we are. It only takes 30 to 32 days for goose eggs to hatch. And so far, 0 have hatched in here. We hatched some out inside. Those went to a new home. Is it a baby lady? Talk to it, Eleanor. Hi. Good girl, lady. Lady said, but I'm the baby. We only got 2 or 3. And it was because I saw one that I had marked as one that they had been sitting on, pushed out of the nest, candled it, and saw that it was still moving, and so I took it inside. So that is the only successful hatches we had this year, was where we intervened. Let me show you the mess that I am now completely sick of, because they are still sitting. They've taken themselves down to the pond, and I kind of hope this is a sign they're pretty much done sitting anyways, because they haven't been doing this. So while they are away, and they don't like the tractor, and I've been running the tractor, while they are away, I decided I was going to start digging their nests out. Y'all, I am moving tiny, ticking time, you know what's. I don't want to say that word because I don't want my video flagged. But you see the flies on them? Does that let you know what they smell like? It had become unbearable in here. They nested in this entire area. That's a nest, that's a nest. One was here, as you can see, and then one was right here. And they had moved it to this side of the hose pipe and extension cord. And I had gotten my shovel and moved it back over here. So I saw, ooh, I can pick up a whole nest with the shovel. So I decided, I'm done with this. The smell is awful. They're not gonna hatch anything. I've given them plenty of time, so I started moving them. I'm gonna step carefully around here. And this is what I was met with. That is a exploded rotten egg. Another one exploded right under my shovel. And now I have to dig this entire area out to get all of these eggs out of here. Now, I was not going to film this. I wasn't going to film this because this is a dirty, stinky, nasty job that is just a reality of having animals that nest. Happens with our chickens, but I never let the chickens go this long, ever. I will usually break down and take their eggs because they'll quit sitting. Oh, the geese are fussing. Better not try to come up here. I wasn't going to film it, but it is such a catastrophe. I thought I would share. You might get a giggle. I didn't think I would need eye protection, but I got a little scared. I mean, the eggshells are sharp and they are exploding very, very strongly, like very strong. Way more than I thought was possible. And so I feel ridiculous. And my mask makes my glasses fog up. You know what I need? I need like some essential oils on a cotton ball in here because the smell when they explode. I've smelled rotten eggs, like I've cracked a rotten egg before and be like, ew, ew. This smell is something totally different. This is a different level of rotten egg. But I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to cover them with hay before I pick them up with a shovel so that if they do explode, it's less likely to splatter all over me. Say a prayer. It smells so bad. And I know once I start driving, they're gonna start exploding everywhere. I got them all in there. Whew. The drama, turns out, was when I wasn't filming. But I did it. I did it. All right, I'm gonna go dump these, not in the compost pile, because I don't want to be spilling that in the potager garden. Not at all. Not even a whiff. So these are going to the other side of the property where they will not be smelled by anyone but nature. And then I'm gonna take you to see something so sweet, happy, and not smelly. I'm so tired of the flies. You can see, I'm gonna come back and get the rest of all of this bedding out of here. Done with it. But I've been found out. Hello, sir. Hey, Cap. Yep, I'm getting the smelly out of here. You won't smell it anymore. Are you glad? Are you so glad? Huh? Don't worry about his nose. It's just because he rubs it on everything in here. No vitamin deficiencies. He's doing so good. If you saw our previous videos about what all he's been through, he's doing awesome. Awesome. And one of our projects today is to add shavings in here. Look at you. What is you doing? Huh, what you doing, boy? Love Mr. Cappuccino. I am really grateful that we have this tractor today, because I would be putting this in my little John Deere dump cart and having to dump it by hand. And this way, I don't have to touch it again. Let's go. Decided to stop for a second, and since my limb loppers were on the tractor, just cutting some limbs back out of the pathway, and I'm about to get some of these that I can touch from the tractor. There's a big one behind me so that I'm not getting whacked on the way through here in the future. But I wanted to stop for just a second, show y'all something that I caught on video right here on this pond dam last month. Here we go, y'all. I am out at our pond where we have never seen one venomous snake. We have never seen a venomous snake, and this is why. This is a speckled king snake eating, it looks like a copperhead. and it is almost done with it. So I'm gonna back off and I'm gonna turn around and go the opposite way. But this is the #1 reason why you should not kill every snake. You need to leave the good ones. Is that not wild to see? I have seen and heard stories over and over that king snakes are called king snakes because they eat other snakes, including venomous snakes. But seeing that in the wild just happening, that was absolutely crazy to me. And I got a little bit of criticism for saying that we've never seen venomous snakes at our pond. People said it was because of camouflage and because venomous snakes, they're not out to get you. Of course they're not out to get you. But what I was trying to communicate with that is don't kill all snakes. But I have been on the water, around the water my entire life. Spent tons and tons and tons of time down at the Warrior River, and we saw a venomous snake pretty much every time we were at the river house. Every single time. Going through the water, curled up on the bank, everywhere. We have neighbors that have diamondback rattlesnakes, eastern diamondbacks. That's the kind of rattlesnake we have in our area. There's another one that we have too, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But we have cottonmouths and copperheads. Cottonmouths and water moccasins, they're the same thing. They have white in their mouth. Their mouth is bright white and fluffy looking, and that's why it's called a cottonmouth. But we have not seen those snakes here at the pond, and I attribute that to us leaving the good snakes and our ducks and geese. We know the geese killed a snake last year. We found it. It looked like it had just been chewed to bits in all different places, and there were geese footprints all around in the mud. So it was them. It was 100% them. I've told a lot of people that. I don't enjoy having the geese here on the property all the time. This nesting thing, don't enjoy this, absolutely not. Those eggs were exploding as I was getting them out of the barn, and as I just dumped them, a whole bunch exploded. I don't know if you could hear it, but we have them here for a reason. They're here for a reason. We try to have things on our farm, on our homestead, that have a purpose, and these geese serve the purpose. Before we got the geese, we had hawks circling our properties. We had multiple hawk attacks where I lost one of my absolute favorite roosters. He went down fighting. I lost another rooster that I loved to a hawk, because the roosters, they're gonna protect their ladies if they're good roosters. And so usually you're losing a good rooster. Another reason to keep roosters if you free range your chickens. But the geese have been wonderful. They alert and alarm so that the chickens know there's something going on, then the roosters alert and alarm, and the hens go running. They take them to a safe place. And I attribute pretty much all of that to those geese. So I think geese are wonderful, just maybe not when they nest for 3 months and you have to clean out all the eggs. I got the rest of the hay cleaned up in here. This is as much as I'm gonna clean it up on this side for now, because I'm taking dirt out of here when I clean. This is it's called blowing hay. It's for wet spots, chicken coops, nesting. So the geese have really hindered us from being able to get over here and do what we need to do. I need to be able to get to my gates for a project coming up. I've got our kayak over there that it's almost summertime and I know we'll be using. But I've got everything loaded up here, and I went ahead and cleaned Cap's stall out. We're keeping it as clean as we can with his recovery. He is doing excellent. The geese are back to complain. But I've got all this cleaned out, and I've got some shavings to come and put in here. We're keeping his spent hay cleaned up as best we can. I'll fill up his hay bag when I come back. But while I'm cleaning his stall, he gets to come out and have playtime. The fence is on right now. I'm saying that to remind myself. Also, hey babies. They're about to move to the other side of the farm. They're about to move all up there again. Been resting that pasture for a couple months. Thank you, Willow. A biscuit. Cap. Cap. Goats. Goats. Everybody gets all territorial when Cap is in there. Oh, look at Miss Honey. Go, honey, go. Good girl, honey. Good girl, honey. As Nubians are seasonal breeders, nobody is in their season right now. And so Cap being in there is not going to result in any babies. It would be great if it did, but as you can see, he's just off doing his own thing. He does not care at all. That's Maple. Woo! So, I wanted to get those eggs cleaned up because they're causing a lot of flies. Biting flies, they're getting me like crazy too. And we're gonna be buying some of the fly predators, if you've never heard of them. I'm gonna start putting fly predators out again. They come and they eat the flies and they don't harm any other insect. So that's super awesome. You just release the larva somewhere where there is manure and moisture, and then they hatch and they go and kill the flies. There's not any eggs in this, so I am going to put it in the compost pile. Come in for a second for a pickle break. Not your typical pickle. These are so good. You can see they're pretty much gone. And right now, strawberry sunset bubbly. So good. I'm gonna eat another pickle. And then I'm gonna go load everything up that needs to go into the barn. Whew. I have been busy. All right, Cap has his shavings in his stall. I got him moved back. He has hay. He was already fed grain earlier today, weren't you? Yeah. Whew. So, trying to remember everything. I did a little bit of straightening up around the barn. And zoom out. We use feed bags for our hay. And so we save feed bags, especially when we go out of town. We bag up all the hay that is going to be needed for the days that we're not going to be home. And we do it all the time, but we just keep a few days bagged ahead. And our goats get 3 bags of this a day. That equals out to the right amount of pounds for them. Plus they have forage as well. But they get this high quality hay every day. And this roll is dwindling down, but we have another roll ready. So I got the bags up out of the floor. We had them just piled over there. They're now in a bungee cord over here. So we can just pull them out as we need. I didn't have a big bungee cord, so I have 2 small ones. But we can just pull them out. And I like that. I like things to be organized, not everything in the floor, because then you can't see snakes or other critters that might be hiding. Right, Cap? And said, yeah, I just want my hay, Mom. I just want my hay. I'm tired and I'm sweaty. If you can't tell, and it's 7 o'clock. So doing this after work hours, after our full-time job hours, is not easy. Eleanor's been out here playing, having a good time, just getting chores done and things cleaned up the way that they need to be. So I promised you something cute and wonderful. It's not the geese. Look at those clouds. I promised you something cute and wonderful to end this video. So let's go see what that is. It's in here in the chick cottage, which is not super clean at the moment. It needs to be swept out. But this is the farm. This is Mopsy, our English Angora doe. Hey baby. And here is her preciousness in here. Oh my goodness. They're a little over a week old. They were a week old on Sunday. These precious sleeping bunnies. They're so tired when they're babies. Look at this. Oh, I see an eye starting to open. Oh, we're getting so close. A little bit before 2 weeks, their eyes will start to open. There are 6 in here. We have some chocolates. There are 3 chocolates in here, and then there are 2 that are, and this is totally normal. They're just hunting mama. And mama only comes in every little bit to feed them, usually twice a day. She's right here. She's not bothered by me at all. But we've got 2 that are different colors. I've got to talk to a friend and see what these colors are. And then we have a black one right here too. How beautiful. Gosh, they're cute. Gosh, they're so cute. Look at this preciousness. Look at that. Their little tails. They are gonna change so much so quickly. This one's just going right back to sleep. I'm gonna nestle it back here. Y'all stay there. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah, Mopsy, your babies are opening their eyes already, some of them. Oh, they smell her. Look at this one. Stay back there, baby. It's probably very close to her time to feed them. There you go, mama. So as promised, cute and cuddly and sweet and wonderful to end our video today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, farm friends. I'm really glad I survived cleaning out those goose eggs unscathed, and the barn is not smelly and it looks so much better in there. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you real soon. Y'all have a good one.